following oral experience is only intended to be heard. Please do not listen if you are swimming, driving a crane, handling hot food, or near hot food. My husband will not accept responsibility for anything that happens before, during, or after you have awakened. Thank you so much.
Awaken with me. What does it mean to awaken? How do you awaken? Can anybody awaken? Is it safe to awaken? And does it involve maths? These are just some of the questions people ask when they think of spiritual awakening. Over the course of this audio series, I will be answering those questions. In fact, I'll answer one of those questions right now. It doesn't involve maths. In Awaken with me, I will lead you through the metaphorical brambles of spiritual enlightenment. And by the end of this course, if you follow along correctly and don't muck about, you will discover a deep inner spiritual essence that will envelop your entire being and could quite possibly change your life forever. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? So what is spiritual awakening? Spiritual awakening... Hold on. Hello, Dr. Giles Podan's Kayaks and Canoes.
Right, do you hire out dinghies?
No, we only hire out kayaks and canoes.
Have you got any paddleboards?
No, if we hired out paddleboards, we'd be called Dr. Giles Podan's Kayaks, Canoes and Paddleboards, wouldn't we?
Well, I need one canoe for 4 people.
No, you can't get 4 people in one canoe.
Yeah, but there's 4 of us.
No, you'll need 4 canoes.
We want to take it to the ocean.
No, you can't take it to the ocean. We only do river trips.
Say again?
I said we only do river trips. Hello? Honestly, some people are so rude. So rude. Right, where was I? Yeah, spiritual awakening. Basically, it means awakening a dimension of reality that you're not normally aware of, which allows you to transcend the ego and connect to your higher self. Every human being is actually an aspect of this higher self, which means we're fundamentally all connected as one. Okay? Okay. Sorry, that phone call really threw me. I thought it would be pretty obvious you couldn't get 4 people in one canoe. If you're listening to this, which you are, there's a good chance you've already experienced the early signs of spiritual awakening. Perhaps you're finding life increasingly puzzling, perplexing, or peculiar. Perhaps you're starting to have very vivid dreams. When I went through my own awakening, I used to have a recurring dream in which I was a lovely big golden horse, clopping towards a sunrise and neighing over and over again. I don't even know what I was neighing for. Or perhaps you're finding life increasingly disappointing. You've worked all your life to buy a big house, but now you feel just disappointed by it. Or you married the perfect partner, only to discover the perfect partner turned out to be an absolute joke. Or you've even started asking yourself the question, what the hell is the point in any of this? These are all signs that you've got a massive hole in the very core of your being, which can only be filled by getting in touch with your higher self, the one I mentioned earlier. But how do we access that higher self? I wish it were as simple as just saying access higher self, but it's not. Just like learning how to drive or learning how to become a butcher, awakening is a process, and you need to go step by step toward it. You can actually compare it to walking up some steps if you like. That might be quite nice actually. Right now, I'd like you to sit somewhere comfortable, and ideally somewhere inside, so you won't get bothered by passers-by, the weather, or things like flies, and just let your eyes close, your nose relax, and shut your mouth, and just begin slowly breathing in and out of your nose to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3. So although I said it doesn't involve maths earlier, you do need to be able to at least count to 4. 2. So I suppose it does involve maths actually. 4. And as you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out a thick black smoke like a smog, getting rid of all the disgusting thoughts in your mind. And as you breathe back in, imagine that you're breathing in pure fresh air, right up your nostrils, like a sort of healthy translucent mist. Almost like a steam, I suppose. Like a clean steam. 1, 2, and after a while, 3, you're going to stop thinking about counting the breath. Just let your nose take over the rhythmic breathing. If you want, you can even ask out loud. Take over now, please, nose. I'd like you to imagine a large pool of brown jelly, and you are in the middle of it. You're up to your neck, and you can feel the thick brown jelly all over your body, in every single crack and crevice. It's a bit like that jelly you get in dog or cat food, except this jelly is thicker and it smells different. And you can feel yourself slowly sinking into the jelly, allowing it to come up to your chin, now up to the eyebrows, and finally over the top of your head. And so you're completely encased in the gloopy jelly now. But you're not alone, as I'm just behind you, keeping an eye on things. This brown jelly is the gateway to your subconscious, and we're going to slowly slip through it in order to gain access to your deeper parts. I know it's not very pleasant. Nobody wants to be encased in brown jelly particularly, but this is the best way to gain access to the subconscious, so you're just going to have to go along with it. And so we continue to sink down, and we just have to be patient while this happens. It's quite cold, this jelly, isn't it? It's quite cold. Are you going on holiday this year? Or, oh, here we go. And we plop through into the subconscious. And it's very much like we're in a cave. In fact, you can probably hear the echo of your subconscious. Hello? It's good, isn't it? Peter picked a purple pack of pickled peppers. Peter picked a purple pack of pickled peppers. Actually, I should be careful what I say in the subconscious because you never know what might stick. But now we're going to trigger your spiritual awakening. And so before you, I want you to imagine a big pink curly horn. It's made of, I think it's just bone and skin. And this is the trigger we're going to pull. So using both hands, take hold of the big pink curly horn and give it a yank. There, you have triggered your spiritual awakening. You feel a rush of light pulsing out from all directions. From your top, your middle, your back, your front, your sides, and your bottom. From now on, your subconscious will work to accelerate your spiritual awakening, making you more aware of your surroundings, more aware of the trapped power inside you, and more aware of who you really are. So now that we've pulled the trigger and started the process, let's just get out of here. So take a deep breath in. I'm afraid we've got to go back up through that brown jelly, but we're going to go really fast. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, and up we go. Oh, gosh. There. We got through the jelly, and we are rising up, 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 and up, and up, 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 and up. And you feel yourself being back in the world, back in your room. And with that, will you please open your eyes? There. We did it. Sorry, I think some of that brown jelly went into my mouth. We have started the process. Your spiritual awakening has begun. Now, it's always good to ground yourself after going into a trance. You can do this by either drinking a big glass of water or eating a big plate of dinner. Sometimes after a trance, I'll eat about 7 satsumas, or if satsumas aren't available, I'll eat about 3 big oranges, because that's roughly the equivalent of 7 satsumas. So do that, and I'll see you in the next installment of Awaken with me. Goodbye. Goodness me, I need a bath. I feel like I'm still covered in brown jelly.